Wilma had been different from the other children since she was young because of her polio. As she grew older, her depression and inferiority complex worsened, and she refused to let anyone get close to her. However, there was one exception: the one-armed old man next door became her best friend. The old man had lost an arm in a war, but he was very optimistic, and she loved listening to his stories. One day, the old man pushed Wilma in a wheelchair to a nearby kindergarten. The singing of the children on the playground caught her attention. When a song ended, the old man said, "Let's clap for them." Wilma looked at the old man in surprise and asked, "My arms don't work, and you only have one arm. How do we clap?" The old man smiled and unbuttoned his shirt, exposing his chest, and clapped his hands against his chest. It was a spring day, and the wind was still a little chilly, but Wilma suddenly felt a warm current running through her body. The old man smiled and said, "As long as you work hard, even a single hand can clap. You can stand up too." That night, Wilma asked her father to write a note and post it on the wall. The note read, "Even a single hand can clap." After that, Wilma began working with the doctor on exercises. Even when her parents were not around, she took off her braces and tried to walk on her own. The rehabilitation process was painful, but she persevered. She believed she would be able to walk and run again. At the age of 11, Wilma finally threw away her braces. She then set her sights higher. She began training for basketball and track. At the 1960 Olympic Games in Rome, when Wilma Rudolph crossed the finish line first in the women's 100-meter dash in 11.18 seconds, the crowd erupted in applause. People stood up to cheer her on, shouting the name of this African-American woman, Wilma Rudolph. At that Olympics, Wilma Rudolph became the fastest woman in the world at that time. She won a total of 3 gold medals and was the first African-American woman to win the Olympic 100-meter dash. The moral of the story: never give up hope, even if you only have one arm. Never give up on your dreams, even if you are disabled and cannot walk.
单字 polio 小儿麻痹症 Noun. A serious infectious disease that can cause permanent paralysis, being unable to move the body. Inferiority 下等劣等自卑感 Noun. The state of not being good, or not as good as someone or something else. Inferiority complex 自卑情结自卑感 Noun. A feeling that you are not as good, as intelligent, as attractive, etc. as other people. Exception 除外的人例外的事物 Noun. Someone or something that is not included in a rule, group, or list or that does not behave in the expected way. Wheelchair 轮椅 A chair with wheels, used by people who cannot walk. Kindergarten 幼稚园幼儿园 Noun. A school for children between the ages of about 2 and 5. Clap 鼓掌 Verb. To clap your hands repeatedly to show that you like or admire someone or have enjoyed a performance. Brace 托架支架 Noun. Something that is used to support or connect things, or to make something stronger. Rehabilitation 恢复正常生活康复复健 Noun. The process of returning to a healthy or good way of life, or the process of helping someone to do this after they have been in prison, been very ill, etc. Persevere 锲而不舍坚持不懈 Verb. To try to do or continue doing something in a determined way, despite having problems. Track 竞赛田径运动 Noun. The general name for a particular group of sports in which people compete, including running, jumping, and throwing. Dash 短跑比赛 Noun. A race over a short distance. Erupt, 激烈的表达，感情。Verb. To suddenly express your feelings in a noisy way. Applause, 掌声。Noun. The sound of people clapping their hands repeatedly to show enjoyment or approval of something, such as a performance or speech. Disabled, 残疾的，丧失能力的。Adjective. Not having one or more of the physical or mental abilities that most people have.